Stephen Curry was crowned an NBA champion for the fourth time and took home his first Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player award, adding the one missing accolade to his future Hall of Fame resume. Steph Curry is one of the best players to play in the NBA over the last decade. The two-time MVP has a knack for setting and breaking records, and the 2021-2022 NBA season has been no different. Curry manages to mesmerize fans every time he plays. Steph Curry holds some of the most unbeatable records in the NBA. The majority of them are due to his impeccable ability as a shooter and ability to knock down threes at will. Despite the Golden State Warriors' struggles this season, Steph Curry has managed to achieve multiple feats so far. 1. King of screens and fakes. One of the most important matchups to watch as we head into the 2022 NBA Finals was Curry's against Marcus Smart, who was chosen as the new star of the league, Kia Defender of the Year. When we look Curry's offensive match data from the series, we see Smart defending Curry for a team record of 27-50 and doing a solid job of slowing Curry down. Smart had 25 points on Curry's 34.8% field goal, and had assists for total turnovers, including 25.0% of three-pointers. The Warriors have set for Curry and the points per position the Warriors have achieved in those positions. The Warriors set a total of 159 screens for Curry over the six-game series, recording approximately 1.5 points per possession. Steph Curry scored the first basket of the game, which started a historic first quarter with 6 3-seconds and 21 points, with a three-pointer. 6 three-pointers was the record for most NBA Finals in a quarter by a player, and 21 points was the most a player has scored in a Finals quarter since 1993 seconds. Michael Jordan. 3. Premium 3-dot display. It seems that a deadly assassin in the midst of the much-anticipated battle between the Eastern and Western champions. Baby-faced assassin took multiple victims in his clash against the Celtics on the way, following a defeat at TD Garden as Stephen Curry. To the first NBA Finals MVP, Curry entered the 2022 NBA Finals by scoring 121 goals in 28 games on the championship stage, holding the record for most three-pointers in Finals history. With these 6 additional games, he added 31 more to that total, bringing his record to 152. Other players who have scored at least 100 three-pointers in Finals history with teammate Klay Thompson 105 and opponent LeBron James 101. Curry's 31 three-pointers record the most points in a 6-game series in the NBA Finals. He broke his own record from Golden State's 2015 title race, the first of this dynasty. Jason Tatum and Klay Thompson are the players with the second most three-pointers in the 2022 Finals with 23 pointers each. 3. Pull-up shooting. Stephen Curry has been given many names, from babyface assassin to three-pointed god. But the Finals MVP is something that has eluded him over the past decade. Stephen Curry has been given many names, from babyface assassin to three-pointed god. But the Finals MVP is something that has eluded him over the past decade. What sets Curry apart from other great shooters in NBA history is his ability to land three-pointers on the go and stay out of the catch. Curry's pull-up prowess was fully on display as he led all players with 36 such buckets, including 23 three-pointers, in the 2022 NBA Finals. In the first 3 rounds of the playoffs before the Finals, Curry shot from three-pointers for an effective shooting percentage of 40.4% from the field and 53.7% from the pull-ups. 4. Surpassed Wilt Chamberlain to become Golden State Warriors' all-time points leader. Steph Curry has multiple franchise records for the Golden State Warriors and has now managed to add one more to certify his status as the greatest player in their history. He was the Dubs' all-time leader in three-pointers made and attempted, assists, free throw percentage, and turnovers before eclipsing the legendary Wilt Chamberlain's record of most points for the franchise. The record stood for the longest time since 1965, which Curry broke on Monday against the Denver Nuggets. He scored 53 points on the night but needed just 19 to surpass the record. He did that in the first quarter itself, scoring 21 points in that stretch. Steph Curry now has 17,860 career points. 5. Only unanimous MVP in NBA history. The day after Curry set the NBA record for most points in a single overtime, he became the first player in league history to be a unanimous MVP. Curry averaged 30.1 points, 6.7 assists, and 5.4 rebounds in 2015-16 while shooting 50.4% from the field, 45.4% from three-point range, and 90.8% from the charity stripe. He was the best player on the winningest team in NBA history, as the Warriors finished the regular season 73-9. It's the greatest individual season by a guard in league history. 6. Largest scoring increase by reigning MVP. Curry's unanimous MVP was the second of his back-to-back awards. The first time he won, he averaged 23.8 points per game while leading the Warriors to their first championship in 40 years. The 30.1 points per game he averaged the following year established the largest scoring increase by a reigning MVP throughout NBA history. Curry's 6.3 points per game improvement obviously played a large role in his unanimous recognition. James Harden has since come close to matching Curry, increasing his scoring average by 5.7 points per game after being named MVP in 2017-18. Close, but no cigar. 7. Career three-point marksmanship. Year over year, season over season, Curry sets himself apart from all other sharpshooters throughout NBA history. Across his 11 seasons in the league, he has attempted 5,739 three-pointers, converting them at a 43.5% clip. That would be a superb percentage in any one season, and even more so when maintained across an entire career. However, it's also the best three-point percentage of any player in NBA history that has attempted at least 1,652 treys. Think about that. The only players that have been more accurate from three-point range than Curry across their careers attempted 4,000 fewer threes than Steph has. Insane. 8. Made 10 threes or more in consecutive games for the second time in his career. Steph Curry broke multiple records against the OKC Thunder in the last game. He shot at least 10 threes in consecutive games for the second time in his career, joining James Harden to become the only players to achieve this feat. Curry had a terrific night, scoring 42 points while shooting 1 of 2 from downtown in just 3 quarters. 9. Only player to score 50+ with 1 or fewer free throws. While Curry is an elite free throw shooter on an historical level, the fact remains he doesn't get to the line nearly as often as he deserves. Time and again, one of the biggest superstars in the game doesn't get superstar calls. Such was the case on Feb 25, 2016 when Curry and the Warriors traveled to Orlando to take on the Magic. The soon-to-be two-time MVP had his way with Orlando's defense, pouring in 51 points on 2 of 27 shooting from the field. Adding to the impressiveness, he attempted only a single free throw in the contest, which he converted. To this day, that's the only instance in NBA history in which a player has scored at least 50 points in a game with 1 or fewer attempts from the free throw line. 10. All other members of first-team All-NBA go down. Before Curry was a unanimous MVP and before he was the league's scoring leader, he went through the gauntlet and came out the other side. On the way to winning the championship in 2014-15, the Warriors had to go through quite the collection of individual studs. To win the title, Golden State had to defeat the 4 All-Stars who joined Curry on the All-NBA first team, and did. That has never happened before. In the first round, the Warriors swept Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans in 4 games. But required 6 games to come from behind and defeat Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies in the second round. Then in the conference finals, Curry and Golden State made quick work of James Harden and the Houston Rockets in 5 games before vanquishing LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games to win the title.